Thanks, Valerie. Valerie was talking about the first phase of the programme. The County Enterprise Board is on the Peace Partnership, and while we have been involved in previous peace projects, when it came to Peace 3, we had a very specific remit, and that was to look at a project which addressed institutional sectarianism and racism in the workplace. Not a very catchy name, but it had a very big brief. Within that project, we did a lot of work over an 18-month period. We undertook a significant research project with Anne McGeady to just really assess the levels of institutional sectarianism and racism in the workplaces. We talked to both people in Newry and in County Louth as well. We developed a range of initiatives to try and reach as many people as possible. We worked on employers, and we tried to press the business case for diversity management, and we addressed those that were self-employed and people that were employed. We also ran a significant programme of interventions with public servants in the county, from all over the county, just on raising cultural awareness in their workplace when they're dealing with people from all different nationalities. We work with people like ourselves in the business community that are dealing with people all the time to raise their awareness of different cultural issues. And we also worked with, I think it was about 20 companies to make them diversity champions. I see some of them here today that took part in that, just so they could go and spread the good word. We did talk about Valerie referenced the toolkit. It was called Equal at Work, and it still is up on the Enterprise Board website. And that was to just give people the skills that they needed to help them deal and to put policies in place and to give them the right guidance. So that's an overview of what the last project did, which was a very big project. We did win the MAMA Award for Public Institution, but we also got recognition, Louth did and Peace 3, for the way they were leading the way by the Equality Authority. We looked at the work that we were doing and said, this is where everybody else should be going. In the last phase as well, we did work with the Chambers of Commerce, and that was a great coup to get them involved. And I see now, actually, recent research, the Equality Authority has now done a scoping exercise of all the Chambers of Commerce to just get a feel for how many members of ethnic minority communities are registered with the Chambers of Commerce throughout Ireland. A key indicator of integration of new communities into Indigenous groups is the participation in economic life. And Peace 3 is great. It addresses youth, it addresses community at all different ages, but there also is interaction within the business community. So that is where we came in. So we wanted to try and facilitate some things to work on this. Evidence of need for this particular programme, which is the Ethnic Entrepreneur Programme, goes as far back as to the Challenge of Change report, which was some years ago, and within that there was a very recognised need for specialised support for people to try and start their own business or engage within economic life in the places that now have chosen to call home. International research would also specify that people need specific skills, and the research that we undertook ourselves. So in the last programme, as I said, we ran 2 programmes which were understanding the business culture in Ireland. We were oversubscribed at those seminars, and I actually was approached by the Challenge of Change officer to say, look, we need more of this. So I ran a third one within this, and the feedback that came back from this was a great session, but we needed more than this. So this is why in the next phase we took a very specific need that was addressed by a target group, and so this new project has been it's just about to commence. The idea of it is to upskill people within the target groups and to integrate them into the business communities in County Louth. So what we're doing is we're offering an 18-module training programme on starting, running and growing your business in Ireland. And we're very lucky that this actually is going to be FETAC Level 6 accredited for business planning with the trainer that we've taken on board. So it will also be a qualification as well as the very practical help. A key thing as well, we developed a mentoring programme to go along with this, so that while people are sitting in a training programme, they might need more specific advice for their own business. So we've built in time so that people can get one-to-one help for their business, and that will not just run for the period of time of the training course, but will actually run for 6 months afterwards. So it's not we'll train you and we'll say goodbye. The help is actually going to be ongoing. A key part of this as well, as we said, is integration. So we have 5 networking sessions planned for the business, for the people that are joining the programme. We're going to run them in little stages to build confidence of the target group. So they're going to start with networking with people at their own level of business, that maybe started their own business. Then we're again buying in, the Chambers of Commerce are going to help us run 2 larger networking sessions, and then at the end, the final one, by this stage everybody will have made their millions and will be ready to come and tell everybody else at the networking sessions. It's going to be a cross-border one at the end of the programme. This is all just programmes, but actually when it comes to people's lives, we're going to hopefully make a big difference. The target we had was to get 20 participants and to get 20 business plans at the end of this, which will allow people to go and look for funding and to really move their business plans on. So far I have 31 registered for I couldn't say no, because I had built that in that I really didn't want to turn anyone down if I could. The programme is due to start next Monday in Drogheda, next Monday night, and it's going to run 2 nights a week. At the minute we have 13 men signed up for it and 18 women, and some really good business ideas. But there are some people who they're not 100% sure what they want to do, but we have somebody who wants to start a travel agency, a Dublin Airport concession, a tourism project, a speech therapist, an accountant, childcare, a wedding planner, a recycling business, photography, export, e-commerce, IT, framing business, tax advisor, and medical data storage control. I'm not too sure what that is, but so they're very valid businesses and people that really want help, and hopefully they will be able to get their business off the ground and then maybe employ people down the line. But we will give them the skills, they will have a business plan, and then they can go if they need to go to their bank or to their credit union or to Live Leader Partnership or the Enterprise Board, just to give them those skills. So that basically is the programme outlines, and it's going to be full on for the next couple of months to get it done, but hopefully the level of interest shown so far hopefully shows that it's valid. So thank you.
Today you've just had a flavour of 2 of some amazing projects, and there are many others. And hopefully over the next while, as with Grania's work under the Networking for Peace and her team, that there will be more opportunities to explore and get into the detail of some of the projects. We haven't been very good at promoting ourselves, but that's all set to change with the new Networking for Peace initiative, which brings the whole lot together and will make our own partnership board a lot more interactive and a lot more up to speed in terms of what's actually happening in Louth. Once again, thank you very much, Sarah, for your work. It's very interesting to take the whole issue of conflict resolution and peace and bring it into the labour market situation and the actually getting on with your life kind of approach, where you can actually bring that whole sort of experience and to try and build as a member of a diverse community, become part of society, to be able to actually think about setting up for good, setting up a business and maybe employing. It's a tremendous extension or an element to the whole project, the whole programme. So once again, thank you very much, and congratulations to Coexist, and hope Paul has a great time, and I wish I was going with them, and that's not a hint, but they learn a lot. I've been to Bilbao and it's a great place to go, and there are real strong parallels between what is happening there and what we've been experiencing in the past, and hopefully don't have to experience again in the future. And so anyway, I'll be there on Monday night, Sarah, just to say hello, just to see you. And so thank you very much, and thank you to Frank for your work as well, and thank you to Niall and Bruce for setting us all up today, and Blue Zebra and the team, and hopefully we'll have many more occasions. Was there something else I was supposed to say? No. Any questions and answers? Don't know if I have any answers. Anybody, anything to ask? Okay, well, you know where the website is, you know where Grania is, the knowledge, you know where Paddy is, if you're, and you know where I am, and John as well. So if you want any assistance or help, we're now getting through the sports, the small, I'm getting any grants flying around my head. We're getting through the small grants program at the moment, and hopefully we should have some indication of where that's going by the middle of April. We'll be taking in the final proposals for the Iconic Capital project, and we should have some indication again fairly soon where that's going. And it's onwards and upwards. Look forward to hopefully Peace 4. and particularly, and we don't know an awful lot about it at the moment, but there are strong hints there that they're talking about social inclusion, the labour market, young people, and all of that. So we better start reading our history and see how it all ties up, so that we're ready when it all comes to the point where we're applying and looking and seeing what we can do to make Louth a great place to live, not just if you're over 60.